Success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal.
I'm gonna show you how great I am.
I told you, all of my critics, I told you all that I'm the greatest of all time. When I beat Son Liston, I told you today, never again make me an underdog, never again say I'm going to be defeated until I'm about 50 years old. Then you might get me. All of my critics bow. I told you I'm the real champion. Those were the words of Muhammad Ali after the greatest fight of his life. Madam Toastmaster, my fellow friends and guests, it was 1974 in Kinshasa, Zaire, where the greatest fight of its time was scheduled to happen. We had two great fighters. In one corner, we had George Foreman, and the other, we had Muhammad Ali. No one gave Muhammad Ali a chance, and George Foreman was the favorite. Everyone expected Big George Foreman to win and to kill the old, washed-up Muhammad Ali. Now you have to understand, George Foreman was young. He was menacing. He was the hardest puncher of his time. In fact, when he won the title against Joe Frazier, it was not a fight. It was not a boxing match. It was what we call an annihilation. Down goes Frazier! Down goes Frazier! The heavyweight champion is about to go, and George Foreman is as poised as he can be. George Foreman knocked him down 6 times. Boom! Joe Frazier goes down. He gets back up again. George Foreman hits him again and again and again until mercifully the referee stopped the fight. Ali did not do as well as he did against Joe Frazier. Now, what prayer did he have against Big George? There was a reporter who interviewed Big George about the fight that was about to come up in the Rumble in the Jungle. Big George Foreman, you've heard a lot of talk about Muhammad Ali say he's going to dance and he's going to whoop you. What do you think is going to happen? What will you do if you lose? Excuse me? What would you do if you were to lose? I haven't entertained the idea of me losing. So you've never thought about you losing? Definitely not. Now, you must think about me and Muhammad Ali being religious people, that he would be very fortunate if I do not act as an exorcist and beat the devil out of him. Thank you very much, Big George. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. You've heard it from George Foreman. He does not expect to lose to Muhammad Ali. What prayer does Muhammad Ali have against this man? So young, so fearless, so powerful, does away with his opponents one after another. It's hard for me to fathom that Muhammad Ali will survive this. If he does survive this, I predict that he is going to retire after being beaten so badly. That was the prediction for how well Big George was going to do. And in the next corner, we have the old, washed-up Muhammad Ali. You have to understand, this man in his prime, he used to float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. He was known as the fastest moving heavyweight champion of all time. In fact, he would go out on a limb and say, many people go and talk about Jack Johnson, Jack Dempsey, they go and talk about Rocky Marciano, Joe Louis, after watching their tapes and their fights and their video and their footwork. It might come as a shock to you, but I will tell you that I will beat any heavyweight that came before me. But then he stood up for his own rights in the fight of Vietnam. and said, I am not going to go out there to fight. Stripped of his title, spent 3 years in obscurity, and was not allowed to fight. And now he came back out. He was knocked down by Joe Frazier, the same man that was annihilated by George Foreman. He was knocked down by Ken Norton, the same man who was annihilated by George Foreman. What hope did he have at 32 years old? He couldn't dance the way he used to. When he was interviewed in the hotel room days before the fight, you know how reporters are. They always take shots at you. Mr. Muhammad, George Foreman is big, he's powerful, he's strong, he knocks out his opponents in less than 4 rounds. What are you gonna do? And he gave the greatest retort he could have ever given, being the electrifying Muhammad Ali. It is befitting that I leave this game just like I came in, beating a big bad monster who knocks out everybody and no one can whoop him. That's when the little Cassius Clay from Louisville, Kentucky came up and stopped, son, listen, the man who annihilated Floyd Patterson twice, he was gonna kill me. And he is harder than George. His reach was longer than George, better boxer than George, and I'm better now than I was back then when you saw a 22-year-old undeveloped kid running from Sun Liston. I'm experienced now, professional. George been broke, I've lost, I've been knocked down a couple of times. I'm bad. Been chopping trees, I've done something new for this fight. I have wrestled with an alligator. That's right, I have wrestled with an alligator. I done tussled with a whale. I have handcuffed lightning and I've thrown thunder in jail because I'm bad. Only last week, I murdered a rock, injured a stone, hospitalized a brick. I'm so mean I make medicine sick. Last night I cut the light from my bedroom, hit the switch, I was in my bed for the room was dark. I float like a butterfly and I sting like a bee. George can't hit what his eyes can't see. Now he'll see me, now he won't. He claims he'll beat me, but I know he won't. Oh, you chumps are gonna bow when I whip him. I know you got him picked, but the man's in trouble. I'm gonna show you how great I am. We only wish that his camp and corner had the same level of confidence that he did. We're gonna beat George Foreman tonight. Come on, guys, we're gonna beat him. I'm gonna knock him down. Silence. People with their heads down. His trainer, his head down. People in his corner said nothing. We're gonna beat George Foreman. Let's go out and let's do this. The fight was now about to start. George Foreman didn't have much to say. Ali was still the loudmouth he was. In the middle of a football stadium, surrounded by thousands of people from Zaire, Ali comes out. Ali, Boumaye! Ali, Boumaye! Which means Ali, kill him. Ali stands to the left of the referee, George Foreman to the right. Right? I want a good, clean fight. I want it to be soft, or protect yourselves at all times. Let's go! Ali comes out in the first round, jumping and jiving, just hitting him. He was doing well. Round 2, same thing. Ali's going at him. Round 3, he's going at him, he's going at him. But everything changed when it came to round 4. Big George Foreman came in. He was hitting rights and lefts and rights and lefts. But Muhammad Ali was sitting on the ropes. His corner was shouting, "Get off the ropes, man! Get off the ropes!" Was this the end of Ali? Round 4 went the same way. George was coming at him. Round 5 went the same way. Round 6, George was hitting him and whining at him. And then Ali said, "That all you got, George?" George was tired. Round 7 went, round 8 went. And then that round came in when Ali hit him with a combination, and the last right had the last one cocked, and George fell to the ground. The referee began to cut him out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We cannot believe this. 7, 8. He's up to the 9, 10. Muhammad Ali had won the greatest fight of his life. That was the rumble in the jungle. I told you I'm the real champion!
To be the day that turns your life around, all you need is a reason to turn you on. Today my life changes. Now who can do that? Anybody. When can you do it? Whatever day you pick.